Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are safe, I hope you are doing well, I hope you are making money as well. So in this video I'm going to teach you a step-by-step how you can scalp New York session. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can get re-entry in case you somehow miss your initial entry. So in today's session I had 3 setup. As you can see there, I had one of the first setup which price ended up taking me out at break even, and then it went to TP, and my second entry also was the same thing. Price came and took me out at break even, and then it went to TP. So as price keep taking me out, I kept looking for re-entries. So I'm going to teach you exactly how you can get re-entry when you miss your initial setup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a blank chart and I'm going to break down all the setup I had, like this one, and this one. Okay, I'll break down all of them so that you can learn from them. Even the one I had a loss, you can actually learn the reason why I had a loss, so that if somehow you are trading, you can also maybe avoid having the same losses as the one I had. But yeah, the overall I end up making money, so that was the good thing. So let me try to replay price. I don't exactly know. That was exactly 5. It was exactly 5. Yeah, price was pretty much here. Okay, so this was London was actually awesome. As you can see, London gave a beautiful buy, but I miss trading London. Okay, I always wake up late for London, so I miss the entry. So let me look at the higher time frame. The reason why I was really interested into buying this thing to the upside. So when I come here, I can see that London took this high. Okay, so when London took this high, that was a reason for price to give us a pullback. All right, as you can see, price came, it took this high, and then it gave us a pullback. But that pullback, when it happened, if I try to go to, let's say, the 15-minute time frame, you can clearly see that price is bullish, right? So you have a high that gave us this low, and then you have this high. So when price did that, it gave you a break of structure to the upside. So when that happened, you expected price will give you a pullback, mitigate something, and then give you a buy setup. It's just classic market structure. You have this, and then price should give you a pullback to give you a new high. Okay, so that's basically what I use. So I just went to my lower time frame to look for entry. Okay, like I was looking for confirmation for my entry. So when I zoom here, I can see that price was creating downside liquidity. As you know, it came to this zone. I don't know what price is doing, but yeah, you can see that price keep creating lows, I think even created some sort of trend line or whatever. Okay, so price is creating liquidity. So when price creating liquidity, I expected price to drop, take out the liquidity, and give me a buy setup. Okay, something like this, and buy. So if price takes the liquidity, definitely I want to see price mitigating something. So I had yeah, I had a POI down there, and I had even more internal liquidity down here. So all I wanted price to do is I wanted price to sell, mitigate this guy, and then give me a buy setup to the upside. So this was what I was looking at, and then all I did is I waited for price. I think I set an alert or something, so I waited for price to drop. As you can see, price drop and entered inside of this thing. So when that happened, I wanted a confirmation entry, and if you follow me, you know that I actually use even the 15-second for confirmation entry. So when I zoom in, I just want to see price give me a change of character, and then I enter. Okay, so as you can see, price give you this, probably it's gonna give you a new low, and then it's gonna give you a new high. So if price did something like this, I may expect a price to give me a pullback, okay, and then give me a buy setup. Or sometime, that's what I do also. Sometimes I may just enter from the break of structure. Okay, so let's say if I had a break of structure here, I just enter from there, and my stop loss would be somewhere there, and that's still 2 pips stop loss. No one complains about having a 2 pips stop loss. So all I needed is I wanted to see price giving me what, a chain of character to the upside. As you can see, the chain of character did happen here. So when the chain of character happened, I had my buy exactly from that change of character. My stop loss was somewhere below this guy, and then my TP overall on the higher time frame, or at least on the pullback, you know that the higher time frame price should definitely break a new high, right? But when you look at price giving you the sell for the pullback, price is doing this, and I expected price will more likely do this. So if I expected price to do that, I was just looking for zones that price may be selling from, and that was my first TP. So my first TP was this guy, which was like 6R, and as I bought, as price went in profit, I set my stop loss at break even, and then eventually price ended up going to my break even. It came, it took me out at break even, and then it played around a bit, and eventually he went to TP. like that thing went massively for a buy later. You see that I missed that buy, and then I think I had a re-entry. Okay, so as you see that price came, it took me out at stop loss, and then or at break even, and then it went to TP. I wanted to get a re-entry, right? So as I'm saying, if you miss your original entry, you can always look for re-entries. So on this, I know that if price should give me a new high, it will definitely gonna do this, right? Like it will give me a new high, but when that high is gonna be created, it will always give me internal structure still. So you have to read the internal structure to get re-entries. I hope that makes sense. So here, if I zoom in, I can see that price came, mitigated this guy, and then gave me a buy setup. Okay, and then probably price will be coming to mitigate this guy and then give a buy setup again. Okay, but sometimes you don't just want to get series of mitigation. Series of mitigation may definitely end up with some liquidity. So if price doesn't take any liquidity here, I expected this guy to be liquidity, because this low didn't take any liquidity, so I expected that guy to be taken as liquidity. I hope that makes sense. So I want to see price come take that low, which is my liquidity, and then give me a buy setup. So I just waited for price to do the same thing, give me a pullback there. All right, so as you can see, price came, it took this low, and then again my entry was pretty much the same thing. If I go to, let's say, the 15 second, you can see the same thing happen here. You have price action selling, you have this, you have this, you have this, and from here price broke structure to the upside. So when price breaks structure to the upside, I'm already seeing that as a change of character. So I just want to see price. I can actually wait for the pullback, or I can just enter right from the breakout structure, but I think I entered right from the breakout structure, so I had the buy there. And my first TP was this high, which was like 5 hour. I think if I come back to the chart, okay, if I come back to the chart, you'll see exactly what I entered. This was my other entry. If I scroll, yeah, as you can see there, my entry was right from the breakout structure, not the re-entry, but from the breakout structure. So, and you can see exactly my TP was at the previous high. So I wanted to see price buy, take this high, and then probably go for some new highs. So even that previous high was already 5 hour for me, and yeah, it was actually beautiful. But for some reason, price came, took me out again. Okay, it took me out of break even, and then it went to TP. This was the second time price did that, and as price keep doing that to me, for me, I didn't give up. Okay, I still want to get my 5 hour. I still want to get my 5 hour. Price came, I think that this was news, it massively pumped. You can see both my position played out, but then price took me out before it actually played out. So my last entry I had was somewhere inside of this zone. So let me go to again the 15 second. You can see that we had some clean confirmation entry by there. So when I zoom in, you want to use the same concept. Okay, you want to use the same concept. So yeah, so as I come here, you see that price did what? He gave you a clean, yeah, he gave you this pullback, this, and then you expected price to give you a pullback and then give you a new high. So as this is what I have, I expected price to give me the same confirmation entry. He came, he took this high, and then he gave me a pullback to take some liquidity, and then he gave a buy. But I think my entry was even more aggressive because I had some internal change of character here. So this small pullback, this was exactly where I entered. My entry was somewhere from this small pullback here, and then my stop loss was pretty much at this low, and then my TP was at previous high, which was like some 4 hour trade. And the price played around, it came, almost took me out. Okay, it came, almost took me out, but it definitely or eventually ended up hitting TP. So this was the last trade I had, which ended up making about 800 USD. And yeah, you can see that I've been fighting with the market since the beginning of this session. It was a break even, and then I eventually be able to get this entry, which helped me to recover some of those losses I had on commission, and maybe some small drawdown I had on some of the positions that were left open. But overall, yeah, I wasn't able to lose any money, and I instead made some money. That's a good thing. So next time when you trade, know when to go break even. As you can see here, when I buy and then price goes in profit, and I know that there is maybe some zone that price may react from, and then sell down, make sure you set stop loss at break even. So as you can see here, despite me having so many break-evens, I was able to get re-entries. So if you can read price action, let's say that on the higher time frame, price should create a new high. Okay, let's say that you have a new high that price should be creating, and then it came in, mitigated this guy, and then you want to see price buy, take it, right, take the high. But then if you miss the initial buy here, you can always look for re-entry. You can always look for re-entry, all right, because price will always mitigate something, so you can always get those re-entries here. So that's exactly what I did. As you can see, price, I missed this. Okay, like I missed the buy here, but I was still looking for re-entries, and I eventually got the right re-entry, which ended up running for about 4 hours. So that would be pretty much it about this video. If you are interested into learning my strategy, if I come back to my Discord, you can see that those guys, they've been killing the market. So if you want to learn and kill the market like the way they do, make sure you join the mentorship. You'll be able to learn my strategy, and you'll be able to kill the market as they do and as I do. And I think that would be pretty much it, and thank you for watching the video. If you are interested in the content, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel.